Alabama. James Red along with Cynthia Cooper and Arthur Trigg. We are waiting for the starting lineups for Texas Southern. They'll be taking on Alabama State, which is the surprise team. They came in as a 6th seed, and they upset Jackson State in order to make it to the SWAC semifinal. They're 12-18 overall, 9-9. Lewis Jackson is the veteran coach for them. And for Texas Southern, they have been on fire during the non-conference, beating the likes of Baylor, Texas A&M, and Oregon. During the regular season, they split with the eventual regular season champions, Purdue A&M, and now they want an opportunity to face them again, this time in the conference tournament final. And Cynthia, this is an opportunity for Texas Southern to really show what they can do full speed with their lineup back healthy again.
And you're absolutely right, James. I mean, you look at what's going on, what Texas Southern has at their disposal right now. They really haven't had this type of arsenal all season long. And it is a great test for them because now we're a more complete team. This is the team who we wanted to be 10 games ago. We've been practicing together. We've played a few games together, and now we're ready to showcase that talent out here on the floor. Hey.
And we're about ready for a tip. At center court for Alabama State, Boston Pichardo from New York. And at center court for Texas Southern, Eden Ewing. And off the second tip, Bama State will control.
We've seen solid defense throughout this tournament, and that has to stop. And that wasn't solid defense right there by Texas Southern, but I was about to say, you've got to continue to play solid defense if you want to advance in this tournament.
Leon Daniels with the easy 2. And nice easy putback for Eden Ewing.
Yeah, nice strong post move by Ewing. Get in the passing lane. Right now,
Pichardo
Texas
trying to find it. And he does. Faustin Pichardo with a nice lay-in.
And right now, Texas Southern is allowing Alabama State to run their offense, switch sides of the floor easily. They're not getting in the passing lane. And as a result, Alabama State is have had 2 easy buckets, and they're putting unnecessary pressure on Texas Southern's defense.
Jeremy Combs was fouled by Trayvon, check that, by Toby Owusu.
I had a really nice joke about Combs and the hair.
A comb will not work.
I had a really good one. I decided to let it ride.
But you know what? I will say this. He is doing it the complete natural way.
There is nothing unnatural about what he's doing right now.
But the thing is, it's not styled. It's just there.
It is. And, you know, maybe that's his Hercules.
Samson. Don't cut Samson's hair.
You know, what's great is Alabama State, you know, when you're the top seed, you're coming in here, you're the number 1 or 2 seed, right? You come in here and everybody's going to bring their A game, especially the first 5 minutes. They're going to play at a very high level, especially with intensity and focus. And you've got to weather that storm if you're Texas Southern and be ready to continue to play your game.
Traveling call. Alabama State right now feeling it. They get a little bit home cooking because they're about an hour and a half away from Birmingham.
Yep. And they're focused. You know, you can see the coaches up off the bench. The assistant coaches are at the edge of their seats. Everybody's involved and ready and dialed into this game.
Because a win here for Alabama State rights all the wrongs that went during the regular season.
Well, it absolutely does. And we talk so much about this is really a 0-0 season. When you get to the tournament, it's a 0-0 season. Doesn't matter how great of a conference you had, you've got to show up here in the SWAC tournament.
Giving it to Combs on the inside. They're trying to let him create. Couple of opportunities there by Butler and others, unable to get a basket. 6-2 still in favor of Alabama State. And Daniels connects with a long distance three-pointer. The young man from Atlantic City, New Jersey. 9-2 is your score. Armstrong with a nice spin move and gets it. And Cole shows why he's the MVP and also newcomer of the year with a nice one right there.
And hopefully that will get the intensity, defensive intensity, up for Texas Southern.
Jalen Patterson called on the personal on Leon Daniels.
Just a great follow here. Nobody box out. Combs gets the dunk on the rebound, offensive rebound.
Armstrong doing a good job of defending the ball. Richard G. gets it over to Daniels. He misses, put back.
Right now, Texas Southern is just getting outworked.
Correct.
They're getting outworked on the boards. They're allowing Alabama State to run their plays, switch sides of the floor, which is now causing the defense to shift and rotate. You've got to get established defensively if you're Texas Southern.
A.J. Farrar coming back from an injury, young man from New York, his second free throw opportunity. Coach Jackson says that if they can get him going, they're going to spot him some minutes. He will be a good offensive threat for Bama State. Armstrong tried to give it to Combs. Combs wasn't looking for a turnover. G with the basketball getting double teamed. And now Farrar trying to find someone open, running out of time. And this one goes out of bounds. Good defense by Texas Southern.
You know, I think if I was coach, if I could read his mind right now, he was like, before you throw the ball out of bounds, attack the basket. Give me a shot attempt.
And another steal. G distributes over. And that long shot. Combs gets the rebound. And it's a push. Timeout on the court. 10-4 is the score. Alabama State trying to keep that momentum from their game that propelled them to the semifinal. Texas Southern yet to wake up. We'll see if they can when we come back after this break. Year, newcomer of the year in the conference.
That was just a great transition basket.
Turnover. Armstrong over to Butler. Butler with a nice lay-in. And now it seems as though they flipped the switch.
Just like that, it was a much-needed media timeout for Texas Southern because they've come out a different team.
Long opportunity there for Farrar, and it goes awry. Texas Southern with the basketball, getting it over to Armstrong, who will be the floor general for the Tigers. Patterson trying to find something. Gets it over to Ewing. And they're saying travel. No all there for Mr. Ewing.
Yeah, just an extra step for Ewing. I know he's frustrated, but the move was good. He just shuffled his feet right there. He shuffled. That's the travel. Instead of, worrying about the contact, just focus on going up strong.
G. On the floor. Foul call.
Texas Southern foul charge number 2, Ethan Ewing. That's a second personal.
Well, I don't know if that's necessarily a foul. That might just be a basketball play. But you can't get frustrated, and you certainly can't put yourself in that situation if you already have one.
And coming into the game, the big fella, Trayvon Reed.
I was going to say, but if you just got to take Ewing out, isn't it nice to have your 7-footer come in off the bench?
A 7-footer with moves in the paint. And first block of the evening for Trayvon Reed. Patterson, nice three-pointer, and he does connect, and now Texas Southern has a 1-point lead. After one block, I think people are taking to take a second approach, but good strong move there, A.J. Farrar. But you see him, he is definitely struggling to get back on defense. Patterson trying for his second three-pointer, put back by Devosio Butler.
Great energy on the offensive boards.
Farrar for three, and he connects. He may not be 100%, but his percentage is good enough to connect on that three.
I'll tell you what, that was a nice three. He recognized the defender off of him, stepping back, and guess what? Knocked down a three-point shot.
Armstrong with a nice lay-in to tie it up at 15.
That'll definitely extend the defense when you knock a couple of those down. And then right here, great penetration to the basket and then finish before the help comes over.
Azaria C, number 0, comes in for Alabama State, along with Jacoby Ross, who's handling the ball. Ross trying to fight off Armstrong. Jumper no good. Reed is right there to clean the board.
Yeah, it seemed like he jumped like an inch.
Yeah, when you're that tall, you can do that. Patterson, he did connect on one. Last two, he has not been able to find the basket.
There was a mismatch. Farrar had a mismatch under the rim and was calling for the ball and got a little frustrated.
C trying to find it with less than 10. Gets it over to Ross. 3 seconds on the shot clock. And he's run out of time, no basket. Good defense by Texas Southern. Timeout on the court, 11:57 left to play. We are all tied up at 15. We'll be right back with more action right here on ESPN.
In 1920, 6 schools came together to form a strong
Down, but able to go on a little run and able to tie the game up at 15.
And it was important for Coach to really let his team come out and see what they were going to do. Just settle down a little bit. And it was great to see how his team responded after that timeout.
Now Texas Southern shooting 58% from the field. Alabama State has fallen to 46.2% from the field. Started off at 66. Armstrong. Nice no-look pass to Combs. Really faked out an Alabama State defender out of his sneakers.
Just
Yikes.
Great team basketball there. Break down the defense, find your big man.
C. And Reed says no way. Trevon Reed.
Trevon Reed said, I'm in the game.
John Jones with a three-pointer. Not bad when you're the coach's son and make those kind of plays.
Well, when you run the floor, you give your point guard some options, and he finds you wide open in the corner. Oh, yeah, this seems to be like it's about to be an easy basket until Trayvon says, not in my house, or yours either. Great find. Yeah, we were waiting for Texas Southern to warm up. It looks like they're in a little bit of a rhythm now, and they want to continue to build on this momentum.
5-point lead now for the Tigers. Ross trying to find a way to get in the paint and around Reed, but now good steal there by Bruce. Bruce gets it into Reed, but it goes through his hands, and now Ross has it for Alabama State. Farrar, short on the three, over to Combs.
See, when you're a player and you can shoot the three, you got to know what type of three you can shoot. You can shoot a set shot three, but I don't think, whoa.
Tariq Armstrong with a circus shot. Ringling Brothers is back.
Oh my God. Just to complete my, look at this offensive move right here. He knows he's going to get fouled. Boom, he gets to the basket, little hesitation, gets to the basket, help defense, turns around, keeps his eye on the not eyes, on the basket and kisses it off the rim. Boom. Hezzy, little cross. That's just nice basketball.
That was a show. That was a show right there. Tariq Armstrong. (22-15). Ross trying to bring it up, and he is leery of Mr. Armstrong. Gets around Armstrong, tries to get it over to Farrar, and nice jumper there by A.J. Farrar.
And A.J. Farrar is doing a fantastic job of continuing to move, never being really in one place too long, and then the nice arc on his jump shot.
Combs in the paint. Misses the first time, but the putback is good for Jeremy Combs.
Might have got away with a double dribble there, but
Pichardo. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
that's a Combs foul.
Texas Southern foul charge number 5, Trayvon Reed. Is first.
Oh, wow. I thought that was a foul on Combs on the baseline. Boxing out.
Yes.
Farrar going to the basket.
But Reed does touch the body of Pichardo.
Nice replay. Nice replay work up in the truck. Out in the truck. Good job, fellas.
Second free throw. And he connects on the second. 24-18, Texas Southern with the lead. Patterson. And an easy dunk for Trevon Reed with the assist from Patterson.
I just really like the control of Patterson, how he controls the game, the ball.
And Leon Daniels with a putback. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Hey, Trey, that was a foul, man. Hey, listen, those shorts on Trayvon, I'm sure will go down to my ankles.
He's got them rolled up.
Yeah, listen, I'm telling you right now, there would be long pants on me. But they look so short on Trey.
Well, they're 7 foot, then they're 7 foot. And he's 7 foot and keep going.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Daniels connects. 6-point game now for Texas Southern. You know what? Just buying a pair of pants for Mr. Reed is an adventure.
It has to be.
I mean, he's what, a 32.50?
And this is the great thing about Texas Southern right now, because Alabama State essentially have 4 guards and 1 post player. And a team like Texas Southern can then match up to that same lineup.
Yes,
and now they have 4 guards and 1 post player in Combs in the game now.
Patterson with a nice easy lay-in to extend the lead to 8. Daniels and a nice putback. He has sort of a frantic style about him. You don't know which way he's going, so you don't want to get knocked out.
Right, he changes speeds quite often, constantly hesitating.
And out of bounds, Justin Hopkins transfer, and he was right here in Birmingham at Samford. He's a Huntsville, Alabama native. Unable to connect on that one.
And if I'm Texas Southern, I just want to keep up the defense. You know, that's what really has sparked the Texas Southern Tigers, and you've got to continue to play that solid defense and not just allow Arizona State to run their offense.
His head movement, Daniel's head movement, is all part of his game because he's bobbing that head. You don't know which way he's going.
That's exactly right. And he's just hesitating and changing direction. And so you, as a defender, you've got to keep your feet moving. Mm-hmm. You can't commit one way or the other until he picks that ball up.
Halston. And he does not connect. Hopkins with the rebound. Gets it out to Patterson. Patterson over to Jones. And now they're trying to move the ball around. Hopkins, nice, using the backboard, able to score. A young man who played at Samford, transferred out at Texas Southern, now back in Birmingham.
I like to see how strong he is around the basket and then finishing using the glass. It's something I preach all the time. It's hard to finesse that shot in when you have people bodying you up and being physical underneath that basket. Use the glass.
Pichardo with the nice lay-in for Alabama State, cuts the lead to 6. Combs. And gets the shot up. Will have to earn it on the line to shoot 2.
Right now, Texas Southern is shooting 70% from the field. ASU have cooled off to a 47, which isn't terrible.
Not bad at all. But when you got a guy like Combs who can put it up from anywhere, it does that. When we come back, we'll see if Texas Southern can extend the lead or if Alabama State can get back into this one, trailing by 6. You're watching SWAC men's basketball semifinal round right here on ESPN.
Begin your journey at Ancestry.com.
Make it into the semifinal. Jeremy Combs will be at the line shooting 2. And so far for Texas Southern, they have improved their shooting percentage and defensively put the clamps on the Hornets as they have fallen to 47.4. And for Texas Southern, they're shooting 70% from the field with 7 minutes left to play in the first half. Normally people's percentage goes down as the game goes on. Theirs goes up.
Well, And I mean, the only Achilles heel that has happened for Texas Southern is 0 for 4 at the free throw line. Have yet to make a free throw in this game.
Okay, so we'll say that they can't shoot free throws.
As they're flying high over the rim.
Bad Tigers. Connects on the second one, 31-24. Halston with the basketball, gives it over to G. They need G to get started in order to have a chance this evening. Farrar is fouled.
Farrar does a great job with getting position, not really moving around too much, just really sealing the defender so that he has a chance not only to receive the ball, but then a lane to make a move.
Connects on the first.
Coming down to Texas Southern, the Bakio Butler, the first and 2 is good for AJ Farrar.
Butler in for Derek Bruce for Texas Southern. And the second one does not connect. Combs with the rebound, gives it over to Tariq Armstrong. Armstrong, no look pass to Hopkins, and Hopkins is knocked down by Pichardo. Good basketball play.
I thought that was a great basketball play. And even though there was contact, I don't know, this might have been a no call for me. Looks like he goes straight up. There it is.
Little body.
Yeah.
But good move by Pichardo. He didn't stand over him and try to grandstand. He just like, okay,
Yep.
I've got the foul. Let me move on.
Right now, Texas Southern 1 for 7 at the free throw line.
And now 1 for 8.
Let's just hope this doesn't come back to bite you later on. Free throws are important.
Daniels with the loose ball, gets it over to G. G does not connect. Put back made by Braden Johnson.
Too many offensive rebounds. You cannot give up that many offensive rebounds.
Combs with the left hand and able to get Texas Southern back on the scoreboard.
That's great movement, great ball movement, great penetration to the basket.
Farrar. And he has the hook, and he even knows it. He's bobbing his head like, yeah,
He's like, you got me. You caught me. You saw the same thing I saw.
Yeah, he got the hook. Under 6 minutes to play. Armstrong trying to find an opening. Gets it over to Hopkins. Hopkins misses, and loose ball gets back to Armstrong. And steal there by Halston. Johnny Jones right there. And a foul is called.
Right here, just trying to do too much. You have someone open right over there. Just stop and pass it. Just trying to do too much. That was incidental contact right there.
Well, Austin was getting ready to fall. He had already tripped over Combs.
And Jones had no way of knowing that.
It'll be number 2, Kevin Holston. 2 for 1.
Well, right now, there's no time to, if you're Halston, to be upset. You got to shoot a free throw. Misses that free throw, and now Jones with the basketball gets it over to Armstrong. Combs. Johnny Jones with a shot that does not hit anything, air ball. Halston on the break, gets it over to Daniels for three, and he does connect. Leon Daniels for three, and now it's a three-point game for Alabama State. They trail Texas Southern by 3.
And that was just a bad shot for Jones, and it resulted in almost a 6-point change where you give up a 3 in the corner on the other end.
Daniels with the rebound off the Combs miss. Daniels thinks he can shoot it from the parking lot. And long three off the side for Jones. And Leon Daniels gets caught up in a jump ball situation with John Jones.
Something now for Texas Southern, and entering the contest, Sean Olden the second.
And now entering the game for Texas Southern, Sean Olden, transferred from Tulsa.
You know, Coach Jones talked about the transfers and how he had to come in and get players that were already, ready to play and help them to mesh with the players that were already at Texas Southern.
Travel called on Leon Daniels. Media timeout with 3:54 left to play. It is Texas Southern by 3, but Bama State Hornets are still flying around trying to make a game of it. We'll be back with the rest of the first half right after this. In Birmingham, Alabama, 33-30. Texas Southern with the lead. And it looks like we have one of the old tricks in the book. Sean Olden goes into the huddle of Alabama State after the first whistle.
And the official is telling you, move over there, go over there. And he's still trying to fuss with the official. I think it's going to, I'd love to see, I'm going to watch this little relationship develop here. The official is like, okay, we'll see.
Olden, nice handoff pass over to Dobbins, who was unable to connect. Austin, Daniels wants the basketball, shooting a three and in and out. Combs with the rebound and over to Armstrong, who's going to push it up. Olden. Oh, air ball. And should have been a foul call, but nothing there. Austin, Olden right there with the steal, pushing it back. Armstrong now taking his time. Nice pass by Dobbins over to Combs with a nice two-handed slam.
I like the way Armstrong really controls this team. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He runs the offense. He leads the transition.
G has yet to really get on track. Butler with the rebound, back over to Armstrong. Give back to Devocio Butler. Butler in traffic, is not able to connect. Halston now with the Alabama State, going to slow it down. Jones for three, off. Butler now with the basketball. Gives to Combs. Olden, short. Does not touch anything but a little bit of the net.
and not the inside of the net.
No, outside for him. And nice bat away by Armstrong. Good hands there by Odom, but he's called for the foul.
Texas Southern foul charge number 24. Sean Odom, the second individual personal 19th foul. Setting down for Alabama State number 10 to Tony Ross.
G will go to the side, and coming in now, number 11, Kanan McClellan for Texas Southern.
Shooting a 1 and a 1.
I would send him to the free throw line every day.
Official is saying Combs did not have both feet across the line.
Well, Combs is tired, and he probably needs a break right now, Coach. So I would take him out. There's only a minute to go, minute and a half to go in this first half. Take him out, give him a blow. Then he'll have halftime again to recover. You're up by 5.
And a travel called on C for Alabama State. Azaria C.
Tatum McClellan enters the contest for Texas Southern.
5-point lead. Under 120 to play. McClellan gets it back over to Armstrong. Armstrong step back, 3, 4. 3 is good for Tariq Armstrong.
I like it. I like his game. I like his patience. He plays within himself, pushes when it's necessary, plays defense.
And good defensive play there. Steal, put back, and no good. Shooting 2 is Armstrong. Young man out of Houston, Texas.
Why is the clock still running?
And they'll go back and fix that right now.
Great defense right here. Tries it behind the back dribble, and Armstrong was right there.
Alabama State foul charge number 10 to Tony Ross. His third personal 18 at the line. Number 20, Tony Ross.
Shooting 2, Tariq Armstrong. And so far tonight going in, he was 3 of 6, make it now 4 of 7 from the line. Check that. That was his first free throw, 0 of 1. 10-point lead now for Texas Southern with less than a minute.
Still need a stop. We got Combs on the bench getting a rest. Get a stop. Young McClellan is in the game. I love his game. I love his energy.
Ross trying to get it back to Leon Daniels. Daniels high. C able to get it, less than 15 to play. They're trying to play for the final shot. Ross holding on to it, driving, getting it over to Daniels. Daniels short. Rebound Texas Southern, and they'll hold on to it. 10-point lead for Texas Southern. As they say, everything that they were advertised to be.
Yeah, in the first half, shooting 55%, holding Alabama State to just 37% shooting. You really have to hats off to how Texas Southern ended that first half.
You know where Coach Johnny Jones, Coach Jones like work with big man Jeremy Combs, 13 points, rebounds first time.
Certainly had to stretch him out. He's been that way all year for us. Unfortunately, the post guys got in foul trouble like all year long. He's been there to deliver, and he's done it on both ends of the floor for us.
What's necessary for you to get that point in the second half to get to the game tomorrow night?
We got to get off to a great start here in the second half. We got to come out with fire in our eyes. Then we got to play at level 5 in with a great.
And thank you so very much, Arthur. With Johnny Jones, 10-point lead for Texas Southern. When we come back, we'll have the commissioner of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. We'll talk about the tournament and the future right here on ESPN. Back to Bill Harris Arena, the final game of semifinal night at the Toyota 2019 SWAC basketball tournament. 40-30 is your score in favor of Texas Southern, and we are happy to have the commissioner of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Dr. Charles McClellan. Doctor, thank you for joining us.
No problem, and thank you for having me.
First of all, the heavy lifting of moving a tournament from one state to another state, one city to another city, how do you pull that off?
Well, it's the effort of many people. First, we have to say thank you to the mayor, Randall Woodfin, for allowing us to be a part of this great facility, this great city. The office staff, the city, the county, 35, 40 volunteers. It's been a lot. But, you know, when you have a great product such as this basketball tournament, you know, it's relatively easy only because it's the right thing to do. It's an easy thing to do. And when you talk about trying to do difficult things, having a basketball tournament in the grand scheme of things is not one of them. So we want to do what's right for the student athletes and the coaches and provide a good environment and experience for them.
So far, your experience, you haven't even made it a year yet. You've had a lot of big decisions to make, moving championship games, teams going to bowl games. How has this whole experience been for you?
Well, it's been remarkable, and it's been a dream come true. You know, being at Texas Southern 10 years, Purview 7 years, being a part of the SWAC my entire life. A lot of it is instinct. A lot of it, I've been in the SWAC, so I understood a lot of the issues and concerns. So, you know, kind of had a head start on some of the things that we needed to do. We kind of got forced into moving the football championship game, but it turned out to be a remarkable event at Alcorn State University. So we're still in the process of evaluating where we're going to take the game. There are several cities that are vying for it. I'm an accountant by trade. Cynthia knows that, so whoever has the highest bid is going to win.
It's all about the numbers.
But we know what our value is. We're not going to devalue or undervalue ourselves. So if they want us, they're going to have to pay for us, because the economic impact that we bring with our football championship and basketball championship combined is about 15 to 20 million. So we run the numbers. We know what they are. If you want us, you're going to have to pay for us. If not, we can play it at our home campuses and make money there as well. So we're going to try to use a different economic model than what we've done in the past, and it's worked for this first championship season for us.
You know, I call you athletic director because you were always my first athletic director. But Commissioner, do you have a dream? You see where the SWAC conference is now. Where do you want to see the SWAC conference in 5 years?
Well, I don't want to be corny, but back to the future, right? When the Southwestern Athletic Conference was the preeminent conference that student athletes wanted to come to. A lot of that starts with what we're doing right now, is showcasing our talent on national television. We have to be able to bring in the revenue and the resources to be able to redistribute it back to the schools in order for them to ensure that their academic performance is up to par. We don't need teams being ineligible for this tournament. We need to make sure that they have all of the things and tools that they need to be successful. If we do what we're supposed to do, then the schools are going to do what they're supposed to do. We already compete at a high level. You look at Texas Southern University, a win against number 18 Oregon, Texas A&M, Baylor, which is a surging team, which I think is going to get, you know, a 7 or 8 seed in the NCAA tournament. Those are quality wins out of conference. And as we increase our overall competitiveness in basketball in this conference and other sports, it's only going to enhance our brand. So we want to go back to the future where we can step on the court and compete with anybody.
Absolutely.
Now, the one thing a lot of people may not realize, not only are you a former athletic director, but you are a father of a SWAC athlete, couple of SWAC athletes.
Well, actually, I'm a father of 2 SWAC athletes. Both of my sons are on Texas Southern. The youngest is redshirting. But I think the thing that I'm most proud of, my oldest son, Kanan, graduating in accounting in 3 years with a 3.7. He started on last year's team, first win in the NCAA tournament. Very proud moment, as a father, to see your son start on a team that wins SWAC championship and then start winning that first game and then going on against an Xavier team that was ranked in the top 5 and playing well. So very proud father, not just from his basketball accolades, but because of his academic pursuit. He's a much better basketball player, father, and student than I ever could be.
Does that help you as a commissioner, because now you can relate not only as an athletic director, administrator, but as a parent dealing with a student athlete who's in the middle of all this?
Well, SWAC is in my blood. My father and mother met at Alcorn State. They both graduated from Alcorn State. My father got his master's from Jackson State University, so I grew up, in this SWAC territory. My sister went to Southern University. I attended Prairie View. My sons go to Texas Southern University. I was athletic director at Texas Southern, and my wife is from Grambling. So that's 6 of the 10. So, it's very easy to be vested into the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And out of all of the attributes that I think I bring to the Southwestern Athletic Conference, I think that is the best. I've been a part of it. I'm vested in it. I care about it. So it's easy to make decisions that are pro-student athlete, pro-conference, not just as a father, not just as an athletic director, not just as a commissioner, because I have a vested interest. Literally, if it wasn't for the SWAC, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, you might have already answered the question just now, but I wanted to know what differentiates you. What sets you apart? I know right here I know the work you've done at Texas Southern. I know the work you did at Prairie View A&M. What sets you apart as a commissioner?
I don't know, Cynthia, and I think I'm still trying to figure that out. I think the one thing that I can promise you and everybody else is that I'm going to give 110% of my time, energy, and effort. And I think that's what made us successful at Prairie View. I think that's what made us successful at Texas Southern University. And I think I've been, truly blessed. We took a Prairie View program that had losing seasons across the board, won 18 championships, and when I left, they won a football championship first in 1963. Went to Texas Southern University, had the lowest academic, score in the nation, turned it around. They're one of the tops, not just in HBCUs, but overall. 1/3 of all of Texas Southern championships was won within our 10-year period. That's a truly remarkable feat. So it's not me. It was the people that I hired, such as you and all of the wonderful people that are currently there. And the only thing I can do is try to put the right people in the right place, give them the tools. So I don't know what separates me. I think I've been truly blessed. I try to treat people right, and I think God has just put me in position to be successful, to be honest with you.
Well, Commissioner, we thank you so very much. Congratulations again on being named to the NCAA Selection Committee, Basketball Committee. That's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, that literally took my breath away. You're talking about the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Committee, and when Dan Gavitt, the vice president of the NCAA, called, I was trying to figure out what was going wrong with the tournament, right? Dan, it's too late to be calling. And he said, Charles, want to call and congratulate you. We put the time, energy, and effort in from Texas Southern University to be a part of the Final Four, be a part of the overall process. And I tell you, to be one of 10, to be able to sit in that room, Southwestern Athletic Conference and the mid-majors have a seat at the table. And again, Charles McClellan, little old country boy from Jackson, Mississippi, sits at the table with the most powerful basketball committee in the world. That was mind-blowing, and I still haven't come down off cloud nine. So huge congratulations, not necessarily to me, but all of the people that lifted me up to be in a position to get to this point.
Awesome. Congrats.
Thank you once again, Commissioner, for joining us. We'll go take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more halftime, 10-point lead for Texas Southern right here on ESPN.
Been some great basketball.
You are like Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey. You are constantly going around promoting, and you're promoting 2 games that are very important to this conference and also HBCU.
Absolutely. The MEAC SWAC Challenge kicks off college football season on Labor Day weekend. This year we are excited to have Jackson State taking on Bethune-Cookman in Atlanta on September 1st. And then, of course, the Air Force Reserve Celebration Bowl crowns the national champion with putting the champion of the MEAC against the champion of the SWAC December 21st this year.
How important is it for people to start to circle their vacations, buy tickets to keep this game alive?
Well, it's extremely important to historically black colleges and universities. These two Division I conferences, this is the largest sport on a national stage. Those games are broadcast on one MEAC SWAC Challenge on an ESPN network, and of course the Air Force Reserve Celebration Bowl is one of 3 games on network television broadcast live on ABC. So if you don't want to be any place other than Atlanta on Labor Day weekend, and certainly any place else other than Atlanta for the kickoff of the college football bowl season with the Air Force Reserve Celebration Bowl.
Where do you see the future going? I mean, where do you see in a year, 5 years, 3 years? Where do you want to see this whole challenge, or what else? What new tournament or games you want to see happen?
Well, when you think about the fact that this is the Air Force Reserve Celebration Bowl, it is the biggest platform that we have. It's the largest sporting event for HBCUs in the country, and so we want to continue, and we will continue to see that grow. The MEAC SWAC Challenge also is that platform kicking off the season. And quite frankly, right now, historically black colleges and universities are the hottest thing in the country right now.
That's right.
And that's reflective of tonight, what we're seeing in basketball and the elevation of that and the interest of students attending HBCUs.
When we look at the Celebration Bowl specifically, it's in Atlanta. You have a lot of activities. Is there any thought eventually of bringing a basketball component to that bowl? Because it is, in the start of basketball season when you're playing.
How in the world did you begin to look into our crystal ball? Wait a minute. Let me take a look here. I thought that thing was only visible to us. There are a lot of things that we're looking at as we continue to build out the platform that certainly can include basketball. It could include baseball, a number of opportunities we think that exist. But, at ESPN events, we are continually evaluating the best opportunities that we can present a great stage for our students, for student athletes to reflect their talents, and we're going to evaluate those on an ongoing basis.
So I just want to throw this out, but just don't forget women's basketball. I just want to throw that out there.
We would, after what I've seen here tonight, and we continue to see in these competitions. I was at the MEAC tournament earlier on Wednesday and yesterday, and I'm here for this tournament today and tomorrow. And I will tell you, it's been some great basketball. The women's game tonight, the double overtime, was the best game I've seen in a long time in women's basketball.
Absolutely, I agree.
Well, Mr. Grant, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Continue the hard work.
Thank you so very much.
Keep on preaching it and selling it.
Thank you.
All right, John T. Grant of the Celebration Bowl, the MAC Suite, the MEAC SWAC Challenge. And right now, 42-30 is our score, with Texas Southern expanding their lead to 12 points. And I tell people now, you have to circle that vacation time, get those flights going.
Oh, absolutely. And, Texas Southern here in the second half have come out and playing great defense. They just forced a 30-second violation here in the first possession for Alabama State.
Armstrong smothering Halston. Daniels. Combs is called for the foul with a push.
Texas Southern foul charge number 1, Jeremy Combs, with his first personal in the contest.
Great day of basketball, 4 games. This is our final event of the semifinals. G hits the ground. Foul call on Demosio Butler.
I think he feels like He feels like Butler feels like he got fouled.
Oh, yeah.
I think he received a knee in the knee. Got need. You know, I talk about staying the course and coming into the second half. You got to have some intensity if you're Texas Southern.
Daniels. He does not get it on the tip in. Armstrong now pushing it.
Alabama State foul charge number 4, Leon Matthews, his second personal, third team. Going to the line is Jeremy
Combs right now going to the line. And one thing I have to give Johnny Jones credit, he has been able to keep his team engaged throughout the entire regular season. When you bring in as many transfers that he's had from a lot of Big 5 schools, bringing them to Houston, making them gel as a family, having big wins over ranked teams, and then you say, okay, you're going to play your conference schedule. They start off on fire, have a little hiccup here and there, but they've been able to stay focused because they know what the mission is at hand to get that NCAA tournament bid.
And, you know, I was going to say that, you know, when you're focused on one goal and that goal is a common goal, so no individual goals here, where you're just focused on winning games, you're focusing on the different phases of a season, the preseason, the conference season, and now the tournament season. And I think Coach Jones has done a tremendous job of keeping his teams focused on things that are happening in the moment. So you can give it your undivided attention and you can be at your best.
No doubt. Pichardo misses, and the lead continues to expand for Texas Southern.
And when I talk about staying the course, you know, for Texas Southern, it really starts with their defense. When they picked up their intensity on defense in the first half, they did a fantastic job at creating opportunities in transition and fast break, and it really got them going. And they're continuing to do that and play solid defense and attack efficiently in the half court here in the second half.
And a block called on Alabama State. Johnson called for the foul.
And Combs continue to keep the pressure on the defense right here. Texas Southern is moving the basketball with great passing and then continuing to attack the basket against Alabama State. Nice pick and roll, almost a slip, and then he was ready. I think the defender was inside the arc on that, but I like the way Combs goes up strong with the ball.
Farrar coming in for Pichardo.
And Texas Southern is doing a better job at, I didn't want to jinx them. They're doing a better job of knocking down free throws.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to wait until Combs got that last attempt up.
They've expanded the lead to 17.
And now they're 8 for 13 from the free throw strike.
We have a shot clock issue, and looks like they have an electrical issue with that clock. It has gone out. They got to get it back plugged in. And looks like it's coming. It's coming. It's
yeah, it looks
connected.
like they had to reset it.
Up, and it went dead again.
It seems to be a little temperamental.
Right. It's not like a pinball machine. I'm dating myself. Tilt, reset, let's go. Even though I was a big pinball guy, still am. And we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll see if they can get that scoreboard back up. You're watching the SWAC men's basketball semifinal. Texas Southern up 47-30 right here on ESPN.
Better.
So much better, it's worth it.
Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Welcome back to live action here at Bill Harris Arena. The shot clocks have had a malfunction, so they will cut them off, and the official at the scorer's desk will announce when there's 10 seconds left on the shot clock. We have a 15-point lead, and right now an energized Alabama State tries to come out of that timeout, trying to force the issue with Texas Southern, but Texas Southern now trying to do their best to maintain their lead. Butler with the jumper. Ewing back up. He does not make it. Butler again gets swatted back by Pichardo. Check that by Johnson. And now it's Leon Daniels for Alabama State on the charge.
Never ceases to amaze me how many players blow that little easy chippy under the rim because they're trying to finesse it in as opposed to using the glass.
And Butler right there with a strong right-hand slam. Devoncio Butler.
Great fast break, great transition bucket for Texas Southern. They're keeping the pressure on, keeping their foot on the gas pedal, really.
Farrar. Long pass to Ewing, goes behind his back, and now Austin on the break for Bama State. And a nice circus scoop lay-in for Austin Jr. Armstrong. Bringing it up to Combs. Combs looks at a shot and turns away, trying to find an opening for Ewing. 3-second violation by Ewing. And we have a media timeout. 15:21 left to play in regulation. 49-35 is your score. We'll be back with more action coming up right after this on ESPN.
Nearly a century ago, 6 academic institutions joined each other in Houston, Texas to form a sturdy.
Charmin cleans better. Charmin is stronger.
And a better paper means a better clean. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Welcome back to live action here at the Bill Harris Arena. Toyota SWAC tournament semifinal game. 49-35 in favor of Texas Southern. They're shooting 50% for the game from the field as opposed to 34% for Alabama State. And nice turnaround jumper for Alabama State.
Alabama State just will not go away. They're continuing to be aggressive offensively, getting to the rim, or making the defense rotate and then kicking out to their open shooters.
Uwoso on that play for Alabama State, and now Patterson trying to find an open Butler. And lay-in does not go for Uwoso. Toby Uwoso from Chicago, Illinois for Alabama State, 6'5".
I think Combs is trying to figure out what exactly he did. Oh, a little reach. There it is. He's like, oh, you caught me? You saw that? Yeah, the official saw it.
Uwoso misses his first opportunity. And he drops the second one also. Armstrong looking to create, gets into the paint, pulls out, and shoots the jumper. good. Nice and smooth.
Nice. He's under control. He read the defense and knocked down the shot.
Farrar on the floor. Pichardo able to get the loose ball. Ross lets it go behind him. Patterson batted it down. Farrar makes it right at the shot clock. 51-39. Gets it over to Cone. And Cone said, oh, no basket. They'll say it's on the floor.
No, I'd love to see this replay and why he waved this off. Okay, there's a foul. He goes straight up to shoot it. Wow. Maybe we should show the official this replay.
I don't know about that one.
He's going up to shoot it. He gets fouled, and he shoots it and makes it. Okay.
Ross over to G. And G unable to connect. Loose ball, Combs gets the ball and pushes it out to Patterson. Trying to find Reed, and Reed says, oh, easy slam dunk for two. It was like he was playing on an 8-foot goal.
That did kind of look like it was an 8-foot goal. That's a walk.
Holmes trying to attack the basketball. Pichardo, and they'll count the basket and a foul on Reed.
Yeah, I mean, Trevon, that's a foul. But, you know, you got to get up in the air. You don't always know what the offensive player is going to do as they twist and twirl towards the basket, but you know eventually where they're going to try to get that ball to go. And so when you have Trevon's height, you got to get up in the air, and no matter what happens, just swat the ball down.
Pichardo misses his three-point play, and foul called, and we got a little chippiness going on there between Farrar and Combs.
Alabama State foul charge number 15. Foul step Pichardo with his third personal 16 foul. Texas Southern basketball.
Now Alabama State with pressure.
Double team. John Jones able to take the pressure off of Armstrong, gets it over to Butler. And once again, Reed with a nice, easy two-handed slam with the alley-oop.
That's a great pass, actually. You penetrating, you crossing the court, you lob it back on the weak side for a dunk from Trayvon.
Ross off. John Jones with the rebound. They want to try to push it, and that one almost went in as a basket. Ross misses. Reed with the rebound, gets it out to Combs, who is off and running. Butler trying to drive inside and loses control, goes out of bounds.
Out on the floor for media.
Media timeout with 11:31 left to play in the second half. 55-41 is your score in favor of Texas Southern. When we come back, we'll see if Texas Southern can close it out with 11 minutes left to play right here on ESPN.
Get more out of zero.
Welcome back to Bill Harris Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. The semifinals of the Toyota 2019 SWAC men's basketball tournament. 55-41 in favor of Texas Southern. But Alabama State is fighting hard, and joining us now is the president of Alabama State, Dr. Quentin Ross. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, listen, thank you so much for having me, and thank you all, and welcome. Welcome to Birmingham.
No doubt about it. And tell us what is going on in Montgomery at Alabama State.
Well, listen, at Alabama State, it's a great time to be a Hornet. We're excited about this school year. Students are preparing to graduate in May. We're also preparing for our major gala where we're raising money to help keep students in school. Just a lot of different things going on. If you didn't see the latest report that came out that said we're number 3 in the country that prepares students for mathematics. And so we're excited about that. We just want to continue to let people know that the Alabama State University is a place that wraps its arms around young people and allow them to experience and prepare them to see the world. And so we're excited to be here in Birmingham in the SWAC semifinals. But listen, we are excited about HBCUs in general. And as you know, that the major debate across the country is how we can keep them sustainable. And we're in Montgomery making sure that we move Alabama State University 150 years forward. We're over 151 years old. And so the things that we're doing in terms of retooling, looking at the overall academic enterprise to ensure that we're there for another 150 years, it's because of the support of individuals who are SWAC schools as well as individuals who have graduated from Alabama State. And so we're just excited about all that's happening.
You have a very unique situation at Alabama State. One of your biggest football games you bring on the road to Birmingham. How important is athletics to the overall mission of Alabama State?
Well, listen, it's extremely important. And what you have are individuals, our scholar athletes that come, and they come from all over the country and have an opportunity to be on this stage in the SWAC athletics and go on to do great things. We have an example in Titus Howard, who we're looking forward to going in the first or second round of the NFL draft. But he was an academic player as well as on the field awesome. So you have those type of opportunities that take place in the SWAC. I don't think anybody can do it better. I'm a 3-time graduate of Alabama State University. And so listen, I'm all in. But athletic plays a major part to the overall cultural aspect of college life for young people. And so providing an opportunity for them to participate in 18 different sports, whether it be soccer, golf, basketball, football. We even have a bowling team. And, of course, if you paid attention to the indoor track, our own Coach Bean won his 10th championship.
Yes.
So listen, and they're scholars as well. So the academics and the athletics go hand in hand. And so we're just excited about continuing that legacy.
So what are some of the unique things that Alabama State does for their students? Just the student body. Is it overseas, a study abroad? How do you open the windows of the world to your students?
Well, listen, we offer all of those opportunities. Studying abroad, we will have a team that's traveling to California to participate in the Honda All-Star program. We offer internships as well. Working with the Governor's Office of Minority Affairs, we have a major internship program going on. We're partnering with organizations, companies like Apple and other organizations to provide them an opportunity to experience what it's like in the real world right there at Alabama State University. We have major career fairs that take place on a regular basis. But then when you talk about Alabama State University, we consider it the epicenter for equal rights and justice. Alabama State University right there, the famous attorney for Rosa Parks, Fred Gray, is a graduate. Joanne Robinson, who churned and her students were a part of the administration that passed out the leaflets that asked people to stay off the buses in Montgomery. So the history is there, and so we build off of that history to expose our young people to careers in public service, careers in the STEM world. We have a lot of different projects going on. They'll participate in the NASA Rover Challenge in Huntsville. So we have students that go all over the place that visit Uganda and other places through our physical therapy program. And so we just have a lot of different things that are taking place. And it's all about exposure for our young people. And so we're just proud of all that they do. And it couldn't happen without the wonderful faculty, staff, and the student body, because they truly buy into what it is to be a Hornet at Alabama State University.
Awesome.
What can you say about your basketball team? They did have some falters during the season, but to make it this far in this game, What does that say about Coach Jackson and his staff?
Well, listen, it tells you about the resilience of the organization. And these young scholar athletes, they work extremely hard. And it's a sign that they never quit and they never give up. And so that's what it's all about. That's what life is all about. So no matter what happens here tonight, still having the opportunity to get on this stage, it just shows you what determination and hard work can do for you. And that's what we want our scholar athletes to leave our school understanding, that no matter what it is, hard work and determination can get you where you need to go.
Not bad. This is the political season.
It is.
And a lot of things going on down there in Montgomery. Yeah. How important is it for you as a president to go down to the legislature to lobby to make sure that Alabama State is in there when it's time to disperse the funds?
Well, listen, it's extremely important. And as a former state senator here in the state of Alabama, matter of fact, we just hosted our second legislative reception where we had the leadership from both Democrats and Republicans, because it's all nonpartisan when it comes down to finding ways to make sure that our institutions have proper funding. But the thing that we have to do, we can't function in a silo. We have to open our institutions up, invite people over to see exactly what we're doing, and I think that gives people the comfort level to understand where the dollars are going and really want to give you an opportunity to help you to move your program forward. So it's necessary for all presidents to make sure that they can engage the legislature. Indeed. Indeed.
Well, Dr. Ross, we thank you so very much for joining us. Good luck to your team. You know, it's going to be a mountain to climb to come back in this one, but I know brighter days are ahead for Alabama State, not only in athletics but academics.
Well, thank you so much. And listen, we appreciate what you all do, and thank you for being here with us.
And stay the course. Yes, great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Quentin Ross, the president of Alabama State University. Busy times, busy times.
In the contest, 16 foul for Ross. But first, something down for Texas Southern is Devakio Butler along with Jacob.
Alabama State continuing the attack.
.8:42 left to play, 59-48. No quit in the team in black and gold. Alabama State, Texas Southern trying to close this out to have a rematch with Prairie View. Pass by Reed to Combs. Big man assist does not happen for Trayvon Reed.
And right here, you know, Texas Southern is being patient and working the ball, and they recognize the mismatch, and then Trayvon just throws it out of bounds.
Well, he's not a quarterback. He's not a point guard.
No,
he's a center.
Just throw it to the same person that has the same colored jersey on that you have.
G. Pichardo back and unable to get the putback, but he'll try to earn it on the line. C misses it. Reed cleans the glass. Bruce on the break, slows it up. Gets it over to Reed, and nice two-handed slam again for Trayvon Reed.
Much needed basket because Alabama State was on a 7-0 run.
G trying to answer, and C picks up the loose ball. Back over to Ross. Trying to find G, and he throws it out of bounds.
And Texas Southern has already given up 14 offensive rebounds. Alabama State almost has as many offensive rebounds as they have defensive rebounds.
61-48 is your score. When we come back, we'll see if Texas Southern can close it out with 7 minutes, 24 seconds right here on ESPN.
Nearly a century ago,
Like I was saying, humans and technology working together.
You talk too much.
TurboTax Live, now with CPAs on demand.
And Jeremy Combs continues that high percentage shooting for the Tigers. Farrar, high arcing shot. Bruce with the rebound, and he's going to push it up. Farrar gets the rebound.
I'd really love to see Bruce get back to, his shooting and get his shot off.
And fouled on by C on Combs.
Alabama State foul charge number 0. Azariah Shea with his first personal in the contest. 19 foul. Going to the line, Jeremy Combs. Shoot 2. Kevin Holster, Toby Iwuocho.
6:22 left to play. And what a day of basketball. 4 games. To women, to men. A double overtime game in which Jackson State defeats Prairie View A&M. One that goes down to the wire. Southern University defeating Grambling. And on the men's side, Prairie View with a convincing victory, not necessarily a blowout. And right now, it is Texas Southern doing a good job of dealing with a pesky Hornet squad.
And what we've seen all day is really the competitive nature of the SWAC.
That's correct.
We've seen each team, no matter where they are seated, no matter what they are ranked in the conference or how they finish, come in here and compete to win a championship and go to the NCAA tournament on both the women's side and the men's side. And that's what makes the SWAC great.
No doubt. Halston to shoot 2. And he connects.
And you see the fight. You see the fight in every team. If you're down by 1 or if you're down by 15, you see each team come and bring it every single play, offensively and defensively.
Good defense by Halston, able to knock that ball away, denying Bruce the opportunity to push it up.
I think Coach Jones right now is trying to manage the game with certain players on the bench, resting them because they have another game tomorrow. So, this is also an opportunity for you to showcase your talent.
Off the foot of Bruce.
Bruce is deceptively quick. He's been getting back on defense and getting his hand on the ball. And
I think he likes it. He lets his hair flow.
He likes the wind in his hair.
There it is. This is the hair band in the conference.
Yeah.
Texas Southern. They have more different hairstyles than a boutique. And Daniels right there with the putback. Woso, with the putback.
And Armstrong back in the game to handle this ball for Texas Southern.
That's his first personal in the contest. 18 foul. Returning now for Texas Southern is number 20, Tyreek Armstrong. And at the line, Eagle Osho shooting 1.
Iwoso misses and that was a foul by Halston. Was sort of like, what are you doing?
Charge number 2, Kevin Holston.
I think he just wanted to hear something go slap. and I think Coach Jackson is like, man, what are you doing? That made no sense. 5:43 left. Second free throw for Combs, and it's good. Pichardo.
Combs is quietly putting together a pretty solid game with 27 points here, 9 of 12 shooting.
Now, that says a lot about this team when you can say 27 points, 9 of 12 shooting is quiet.
Well, yeah, I mean, Texas Southern this game have gotten contributions throughout the game from really everyone who stepped on that floor, whether it's been offensively or defensively.
No doubt.
But you just got to stay focused here. You don't want to get injured, knock on wood. You want to finish. You don't want to limp across the finish line. What you want to do is finish strong and have some level of momentum going into tomorrow.
Reed is coming back in. Subbing in for Hopkins. Farrar connects.
And this just hasn't been the night for G. We talked about him in the pregame, but he's 0 for 9. Struggled in 28 minutes.
Well, that shows that Texas Southern has keyed on him and made sure he is not a factor in tonight's game.
And that's exactly what you want to do. I'm sure that was a game plan of Coach Jones to really focus in on G and take him out of his game. And felt like they had a good chance to beat Alabama if you took G out of his game.
Patterson with a nice over-the-shoulder lay-in. Halston misses everything. Patterson now trying to start the break. Butler, get it over to Reed. Nice, easy, two-handed dunk.
I love to see the fast break. I love to see what Texas Southern does when they're in transition. They make it very, very exciting to watch them play.
No doubt. Wuso for three. Armstrong. Now it's just time to manage the last 4 minutes of the game.
Right, I literally will let the shot clock run down to 5 seconds before I attempted a shot. This is an opportunity to really run your offense, work on the offense. Great pass there by Armstrong.
Alabama State foul charge number 4, Leon.
Final media timeout, 3:48 left to play. 70-58 is your score. When we come back, we'll make sure that Texas Southern closes it out unless Alabama State has a tremendous comeback. You watch the semifinal matchups right here on ESPN from the SWAC.
Amy.
Yes. Xfinity lets you search Netflix, Prime Video, and YouTube with the sound of your voice. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
3:48 left to play, 70-58 in favor of the Tigers of Texas Southern out of Houston, Texas. James Barrett along with Cynthia Cooper and Arthur Trish. Fourth game of a exciting 4-game schedule for the semifinals. Tomorrow will be the finals for the women and the men.
Jeremy Combs at the line for Texas Southern.
And really Texas Southern, for the most part, 3/4 of this game have had their way with Alabama State. After that first media timeout in the first half, they really came out firing on all cylinders and really got started defensively. And that really, their offense kind of fed off of that defensive intensity.
Have to give Alabama State credit. They did come in with fight and grit. Kept it close, had the lead, but it was too much talent on Texas Southern. Uoso with a nice over the shoulder, but unable to connect. Foul on Patterson.
Texas Southern foul, charge number 3, Jalen Patterson. His second personal. Correction again, his third.
Daniels connects on the first free throw.
You know, Texas Southern, it seems as though this game is out of reach for Alabama State, but it's not. So you have to be a finisher if you're a Texas Southern. This is an 11-point game with 3.5 minutes to play.
Butler. Nice putback by Devosio Butler.
You got to be a little stronger than that going to that basket.
Uoso. And you see the fight once again by Alabama State. Getting the shot clock down to 5 seconds. Patterson. Uoso. 9-point game. Armstrong trying to find someone and find a place to go. Patterson, baseline. Off. For all.
Timeout on the floor.
Timeout, Lewis Jackson, and just like you said, this game is not over.
It's not over. You're down by 9 points with the ball. Still got almost 2 minutes, 1:42 minutes to play. You can't limp over the finish line. No one feels good about that. You got to finish strong. You feel good about that because guess what? You need that energy and the momentum coming into tomorrow.
No doubt.
Oh, is this a battle?
I don't know.
I think this is a battle here. Dan's battle at half court.
Interesting battle. 142 left.
I think I could have won that battle. No, probably not.
I'm not going to even comment on that.
Probably not. Let me rethink that.
They have moves, you have moves. I don't know if those moves will work in that arena.
My moves probably are a little old school.
That's what I'm saying.
They're Cabbage Patch.
There you go. Let them have their moves. We have our moves. We keep on moving on. Less than 1:30. Blocking foul on Butler.
Foul charge number 0, Devosio Butler. His second person.
And Daniels connects on the first. They're making it a little bit more interesting than Coach Jones would like it. 73-66. And they're trying to slow it down. Patterson gets the shot and the foul.
And that might seal the deal. But you know, if you're Texas Southern, I know you're trying to save energy. You have another game to play, but you have to feel good about your victory. And you do that by finishing games.
No doubt. One minute.
1 minute remaining.
Daniels, nice head fake. Armstrong does not take the bait. Uwoso. Patterson gets the loose ball. And nice putback by Reed.
Alabama State foul, charge number 4, Leon Daniels.
Here's a semi-fast break. Look for the lob. Nice head fake. Get him in the air. Finish around the rim.
And one. And now Reed is done for the evening. Ewing comes in. And not bad job by Reed. 15 points in about 17 minutes. Can't beat that.
Oh, that's efficient.
Armstrong, less than 30. Patterson's just going to hold it. Texas Southern will move on to take on Prairie View A&M for a ticket to the NCAA tournament. The top two teams during the regular season meet for a third time. 8.6 seconds left. And for Alabama State, they can take pride in the fact that they did make it to the semifinals. A lot of people did not expect them here. And brighter days are ahead for the team in black and gold.
And they fought all game long. I just thought tonight Texas Southern was a little too much for Alabama State.
Taylor Patterson at the line, shooting 2.
And he connects. 80-66. Less than 10 seconds. .6 seconds left. Got to admire the fight in Alabama State. .80-66 is your final score. Texas Southern moves on to take on Prairie View. And now we are joined by Johnny Jones. And Jeremy Cohn. And Arthur, if you're ready, have at it.
Jeremy, congratulations on a great night tonight. I thought you were going to get that 30-20, 30 points, 20 rebounds. But you finished with 28 and 18. How would you think you performed tonight?
I'm just happy we got the win. That's all I'm really worried about. We got one more tomorrow. That's all I'm focused on right now. Get the win tomorrow.
Now, you had a chance to play Prairie View during the regular season. You guys split the 2 games, each winning on your home court. This is a neutral facility this time around. How do you expect this game to shape up?
We'll approach every game the same way. We're going to go out and give it everything we got, and I feel good with our chances.
And we'll face a likely opponent in Devontae Patterson. You two are a bunch of rebounding machines, so it's going to be a battle, don't you think?
I mean, I'm just focused on my team and what we're going to do. That's it. We're going to come to play.
Congratulations and good luck tomorrow night.
All right, thank you.
Coach Jones, it was a little rough going there in the second half. You were able to have a big cushion, an 18-point lead, but you were able to hold them off and put this game away.
We certainly have to commend Alabama State for the effort. They didn't give up. They continued to play hard. They continued to fight. I'm really proud of our guys being able to finish the game the right way. We knew those guys would come back out and give us a very tough, hard-fought second half. At the end of the day, as we've done most of the time all year, we got the ball in the hands of the right guys. They made the right plays. And we're able to get out here with the victory.
Jeremy Combs is your double-double guy. He was the SWAC player of the year. He certainly fulfilled that once again tonight. You need one more big game out of him tomorrow night.
I tell you, Combs has answered the bell and asked the call for us all year long. Tonight was no different. He's just a guy, when you talk about a guy, a hard work pan off, it's certainly tapping for him. And I can tell you this, I know we can mark down things for him in the books. These other guys got to bring it tomorrow. All of us have to bring. We're playing a very good basketball team in Prairie View. We've had an outstanding year. It'll be a great game and a great challenge. We're looking forward to that battle.
You split with them during the regular season, each, as I said earlier, winning on your home court. This is a neutral site. How do you surmise your chances for tomorrow?
I think it's going to be a great game. I think it'll be outstanding. There's 2 teams that have really good players. They've had 2 guys that are all league guys on their team, and we're going to get their best shot. We've got to make sure that we're ready to deliver ours as well.
Congratulations and good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you so very much, Arthur. And our final score, 80-66 in favor of Texas Southern. And Cynthia, when you look at tomorrow's final on the women's side first, you're looking at Jackson State and Southern. Who do you think is the favorite, and what do those teams need to do to win?
Well, I think Southern is the favorite. They just play so hard, and they play so many people. And when you have back-to-back games, there's always going to be a fatigue factor because you had the double overtime game, and so there will be a fatigue factor, but sometimes the adrenaline takes over and you're able to go out there and compete at a very high level. And then the rivalry of Prairie View and Texas Southern is well known throughout the SWAC, and so it's really going to be who's able to establish themselves and be consistent throughout the game for 40 minutes for either Texas Southern or Prairie View.
Thank you so very much. It has been a pleasure working with you.
You have been great. The pleasure has been all mine.
Well, we thank you. And for Cynthia Cooper, for Arthur Trish, I'm James Barrett. We thank you for joining us all day here at Birmingham at the Bill Harris Arena. For all of us here and for all of us with the SWAC and ESPN, we thank you for joining us. Make sure you tune in to all of the ESPN platforms for the SWAC championship game, men and women. Final score, 80-66 in favor of Texas Southern. Thank you for watching the worldwide leader in sports, ESPN. Good night.